Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Let's do a quick review on all our peers for the week. Let's do a quick review. I've not really been chanced enough this past few days. So during the weekend, I was lots busy. So that's the reason I'm doing this early morning. So let's get started. Let's do every review needed for us to do on volatilities, and if we are opportune to do that of jump as well, we are going to add it up to it. So as we already know that V10 V10X is bearish. We already know it's bearish, and V10X has been reacting to this daily order block around this zone. That is what V10S has been reacting to for the past few days. So what do we want to check out for? Though I have a sell here which fails. So for continuation, this is my most recent break of structure. This is my most recent break of structure after the one below has failed. So where's the high? This is the high. So I want to check with my Fibonacci from this high here to this low, from this lower high to this lower low. So where did I want to take my entry from? I want to take my entry, most importantly, I love taking my entry from 0.618 to 0.786. So since I've been able to spot this zone, so I will now head to my lower time frame. Let me check 4 hours first. So on 4 hours, can I see any POI around this zone? Yes, I can see POI around this zone. So I have this protected high here. I have this protected high. I have this as my liquidity. So before I can confirm this as my liquidity, there's one thing I need to do. I need to check my Fibonacci 2. Is it in line or not? So let me check from this, my high. This is the first break of structure, and this is the second break of structure here. Is it valid? Yes, it is valid. It is at 0.5. So I have my sweep of liquidity right here. I have my sweep right there. So where is my POI? I'll pick up this point, anything below this liquidity as my POI. So this is where I'm looking up to on B10X. I told everybody, let's look up to this, find more buys opportunity to this zone, because I will not be interested in any other sell until price can get to this zone. Then I'll be anticipating to sell all the way down. That is my anticipation on V10X. So moving away from V10X, let's head straight to what's it called? Our next pair. So which is V10. So on V10, what do we have on V10? What do we have on V10? Already we all know that we are overall bearish on V10. So V10 has been selling, giving some good continuations, but not coming back to respect them over time. So let's check if we're going to have any other good trade here. No, I can't see any. Going to my 15 minutes time frame for continuation. Let me see if I can see any good continuation around this zone. Okay, this is a very good continuation here. I have my sweep of liquidity here. I have my sweep of liquidity here. I have my protected high here. That's my protected high. I have my liquidity here. I have my liquidity. So I have, if you see, after this sweep of liquidity, I have my first break of structure here. And also, this liquidity that retraced created this second break of structure here, which signifies that we are overall bearish, that we're bearish, the price is selling to the downside, selling to the downside. So anything below this liquidity is my POI. Anything below this liquidity from here is my POI. So this is what I'll be looking up to on V10. It does not have a lot of a lot of thinking on it because it is overall bearish. It's just for you to just continue from where market is. So if this fails, then we'll be looking up to another POI. But this is the most recent POI that I personally will be looking up to. This is the most recent POI. So I want us all to look up to this as well. So moving away from this, we have our next POI, our next PA for us to look up to is V15X. So what do we have on V15X? What do we have on V15X? So on V15X, we are overall bearish. Yes, you can all see that we are overall bearish. And price has been selling all the way from this zone here on top-down analysis. So price has already hit the target and price is still currently selling. But at the meantime, price has been ranging between this zone. Let's go to 4 hours time frame. Price has been ranging, it has been ranging. So on V15X, I have a POI here. I have a POI here on top the analysis. So I have a POI here. Only if price could come there. That's the POI I have with respect to top down analysis. This is what I have here on V10, V15X. I mean, sorry, V15X. I have my sweep of liquidity here. So this is what I have on V15X. So if price could come here, but if I'm to use with respect to my Fibonacci and my understanding of the market, I have break here. Price has already taken out all this high. This was the most recent break. Price has taken out. So where is the next one? It's still this. Okay, this one here. So if I'm to look for any other thing here, I'll be looking all the way from this high to my most recent low. So price is already at a point for reversal. So I think this was the mistake I did here. I did when I dropped a particular buy trade on this zone. I didn't check my Fibonacci. If I had checked my Fibonacci, I would have seen this. This is a key level here. These are part of the directional bias used in taking trades. This is a key level here. And from this key level, I can head on to, let's say, like on the lower time frame, to see if I can find my entry there. And if I do not find my entry there, I'll just join with continuation or let the market be. So there's not really an entry here for me personally, but that is a very key zone where price can likely retrace from, and that is exactly what price is doing right now. Price is retracing from that exact zone. But at the same time, you can also see that price is respecting something here. Price is buying from this zone. So that means our POI up there is still valid until this fails. Once this does not fail, it will be very, very hard for price to continue selling for now. You understand? So this is a very good point for a buy. I have this point as well on my analysis, which I did during the week. So with this, I expect price to come all the way to this high here. This is where I'm expecting V15, but I don't have a good entry also for now. So I let V15 be for now. So V15SB for now. So let's head on to the next one, which is V25X. So what do we have on V25X? V25X? What we have on V25X is that V25X is overall bullish. As we all know, it is overall bullish. And with respect to my Fibonacci 2 from this low to this high, I already see that V25X has already reacted to 0.5. So what do we want to continue to see? We want to continue to look out for buys, opportunity. Buys, opportunity. That's what we want to continue to look out for until further notice. When price does not react to the next POI. Price is currently reacting to one here, and I'm having a feeling that price still wants to come into this our second POI. For those that have watched the recent videos, I'm having a feeling that price still wants to come into this our POI before it will continue to move. Remember, we have a valid order block here, and we have a valid sweep. Everything is accurate on this POI. We have a type A plus POI here. So I'm having a very strong feeling that price still wants to come and clear out this liquidity here before continuation. So I'm anticipating more sales to this zone, because right now, after price respected this zone, price did not create any more continuation for us. If you're looking at this, there's no continuation pattern here for us to trade. So I feel like price will eventually come back to this zone here and continue to buy. So for me, this week I want to watch out for this second zone on V25X. I want to see what market has for me in here. This is what I'll be looking out for, and from here I'll be targeting the overall high. This POI is sitting between 0.618 and 0.6786 on Fibonacci 2, which makes it very, very valid. You understand? So let's head to the next one, which is V25. So on V25, what do we have on V25? On V25, if we check our daily time frame, we will see that V25 is overall bearish. As we all know, if you check from your MT5, you will know that V25 is overall bearish. I have something here on V25 that I'm looking up to. I have something here like the overall targets where I feel like the market will get to before it continues to start selling. Like the overall, this is my overall POI. Though there's a particular point where market was respecting here initially. It's also an SBI pattern. So this one is more of like a continuation. But before I can say, okay, I want to look up to this zone, I want to work with my Fibonacci as well. I have my first break here, second break here. Price has taken out this high. So where's the next break? This is the next break of structure. So I want to take my Fibonacci from this high here to the point where market started retreating from. So at this moment now, price is between 0.618 to 0.786. So let me see if I have something here the price is reacting from for sale. If I have a very good analysis there, let's say if my strategy, I can be able to spot what is happening there. But don't forget, I still have a very massive POI up here that I'm expecting price to come out for. But this one here can just be a scalp trade. Can just be a scalp trade, because me looking at this now, I can see my protected high. This is a liquidity. This is what I can see here. This is a protected high here. This is my liquidity here. Oh, sorry. This is my liquidity at this zone here. And I have my sweep of liquidity here. Don't forget, this is inside is 0.786 between 0.786 and 0.618. So here I have a valid entry here. This is first a point that we'll look up to. Why will I look up to this point? Because it is sitting at a zone where I respect a lot and where market also do respect a lot. But I will not if I'm trading this taking this trade when it hits it, I will not just take it directly. I will take it with confirmation, and also it is just a long run. It is I said a short run, not a long run, because we still have sorry, we still have a massive POI up ahead. So let me check 1 hour time frame. Let me see what the market got for us. If we're to be sincere with ourselves, feel like this market has given us something here, but I cannot trust it. Yeah, I cannot trust it until when I see solid confirmation. I can take this as my protected high. Can take this as my protected high. You know, the liquidity which price swept, this liquidity, this line here, this one here, that price swept to come into this POI becomes a sweep of liquidity for here. And what happened after price swept this liquidity? It created, it take out this low. After taking out this low, created this liquidity, then did what? Created the, take out this low as well, which eventually means that this point here serves as a liquidity. This point here serves as a liquidity, and price can eventually do what? Come into this zone and continue selling. This is just a bias. This is not a confirmation. Mine is not a confirmation. Don't forget, we have a massive POI up ahead that I'm still looking up to. This is a very good POI for me that I personally am looking up to. So this is it. This is the POI here. So inside this POI now, that is where I want to take my trace from. But don't forget, we still have a continuation here. So if you want to take this, only take that if you see confirmation. If you not see confirmation, don't take that. So heading to the next, heading to the next, heading to the next. Let's head on to the next one, which is the next one here. What do we have? What do we have? So we have V30X. So what do we have on V30X? What do we have on V30X? If we check our daily time frame, we all know that V30X has been bearish. This is the protected high. This is our liquidity here, and we have our sweep here, right? So this is our POI. Let me just mark this since price has already respected this all our POI. So what do we want to see next? We want price to start creating lower lows, lower highs to the downside, right? But instead, price has not started creating lower lows, lower highs to the downside. So I told you guys in the last video that as far as price did not take out this low here, this trend I can still consider it being bullish. Why? Because if markets really wants to move to the downside, price would have created a massive change in trend of the trend of the market direction. There's no change of character or whatsoever. What happened here now is that mark price created this break of structure here, and what did the price do? From this low now to this high. So what did the price do? Price still came back to around this 0.786. Let me go to 4 hours time frame. Let's check something. Let's check. So price came to here, started reacting from this zone here. Though we know that we are inside our POI. So if you want to take a sell from this trade, you have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful, I mean, because anything can happen. Because price has not given us a very valid confirmation that yes, I want to start selling. Though we have an higher time frame POI. But price has not given us a confirmation that is yes, I want to start selling overall. But at the same time, I'm looking at something here because this is my POI on daily time frame. So I went ahead to my 2 hours time frame. Is it 2 hours time frame or 1 hour time frame? So I was just I got an entry here actually because I was like, okay, this was the last break of structure price created. Price has taken out this low, then created a break of structure to the downside. So as price is coming up, what did I want to see? I want to check here from here. I was able to do a small scalp trade from that zone. So from here to here, so I was able to spot this area. So when I spotted this area, what did I want to go check? So I went over to my lower time frame. I think it was 1 hour or 30 minutes time frame. So I was able to spot something around this zone. So what did I spot? I was able to spot this my protected high. I spotted this protected high. I spotted this liquidity here. Yeah, this liquidity here. Spotted this liquidity, and here I took it as my POI. Anything below this liquidity is my POI. As we all know, anything between liquidity is POI. So market it taps me in on this particular trade. Though I don't enter immediately, I only entered with confirmation, and it was just a little scalp. And mind you, I have a massive POI here that I'm still waiting for, which I drop in the group. Only if price creates a confirmation for us, that is when I'll be expecting you guys to take this trade from here. I have a POI here. I have this massive POI, I think here. Yes, this point here. And this serves as our liquidity. This is our liquidity. We check 1 hour time for you to that liquidity will be very clear to you. So we have this liquidity. This one now, the reason why I'm having a strong interest in this is because it is from inside our POI. But don't forget, the trend of the market has not changed, which makes it a low probability setup until when price give us, if let's say we have a valid confirmation here, when price comes into here doing something like this, a sweep of liquidity, we have a break of structure, we have liquidity, we have a break of structure, and we have something like this. So before market can create this, market would have given us a market structure shift. So okay, we'll know that okay, we want to sell, and that sell at the same time is a short term. Just work towards getting like 1:3, 1:4, or 1:2. It depends on your your or what has been working for you. You understand? I can drop a trade in my group and I will be targeting like 1:15. It is your choice to hold to 1:15. I already said it in the group. It is your choice to draw hold to 1:15. If it goes there, very good. And if it does not get there, I've delivered for you as far as that trade moved at minimum of 1:3. That means I've delivered for you. So at 1:3, if you're not satisfied with that, and price is still moving to like 1:5, 1:6, you are not satisfied, and price eventually retraces back to SL and does not hit full TP on the chart, does not mean the trade is not valid, or does not mean the trade does not deliver. The trade has been delivered and it has delivered the profit it's supposed to deliver. So it is now left for you to now say, okay, this is the particular amount of uh RR that I want to make. So let's head to the next one. So which one do we have next? We have V50X. So on V50X, as we all know, V50X is overall bearish. We all know that I have a particular zone here on weekly time frame where price is selling from this zone. So we are bearish. Let me check my 4 hours time frame. So we are bearish on V50. So what happened on V50? Let me check. Let me check from this high. This was the last reconstruction to this low. Okay, okay. So price started reacting to this zone here. There's an open and close fair value gap here. The price is respecting. So let me just mark that out. Let me just mark it this way. Okay. So price just started respecting to it and continue going to the downside. So we already know that we are overall bearish on this pair. So let me look if I have a very any confirmation continuation around this zone here. Though I took a sell around this zone and we did it, the trade did about 1:5 or so. Yeah, I think 1:5. The full TP is 1:7, but I did 1:5. So currently trade is market is reacting to this zone here. So I don't think I have a continuation here for now until when market starts retracing or so. So I would have been looking up to this zone. This is a sweep, value sweep here, but there's no reconstruction at this zone. So let's head on to the next one. We just know that our bias on V50X is sell. So on V50, what do we have on V50? On V50, we have a sell. Okay, so let me take this off. I have a particular trade on this one. We are bearish on V50. We are bearish, very, very bearish on V50 as well. So we can all see that market is selling, 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 selling. Market has been selling, creating reconstructions to the downside, creating reconstructions to the downside. So on 4 hours time frame, what do we have on 4 hours time frame? On 4 hours time frame, we have this break. Okay, this is still our protected high. Liquidity, nah, we cannot use that. So for now, what this is what I feel like B50 wants to do. B50 wants to come back to come reclaim this other block here, because I have a particular POI around this one which fails. It fails. So I feel like V10, V50 still wants to come back for this our initial POI. If you check our first video that I dropped, you will see this. I have this POI here. So this is what I believe that V50 is coming back to claim. You understand? So this is what I believe that V50 is coming back to claim before continuation. So V50 is eventually coming to this zone before it will continue selling to the downside. So let's check this out. Let's check this out. So that's what I'm eyeing on V50. So on to the next we have V75X. So what do we have on V75X? Already V75X, we already know that it's bearish, and we know we have a starting zone here. So and we have our finishing zone here, and price almost get to the finishing zone and then it retraces a little bit. So with the retracement, price is reacting to this key level here on with the retracement. So let's go to 1 hour time frame if we can have a continuation. No continuation yet. On 15 minutes, let me check. We have a continuation because I had a particular buy here, but the buy I was having is that price should respect it immediately. But the fact that price has went up to my target and now is retracing, this buy is no more valid. As for me personally, this buy is no more valid. So I want to continue to sell from right now. I want to continue to sell. So I have no POI on V75X. So on V75, what do I have on V75? We don't have much time left. So on V75, all right. We can all see that we are bearish on V75. Overall bearish, overall bearish, overall bearish. Okay. On daily time frame, we are overall bearish. Let me check 4 hours time frame. What do we have on 4 hours time frame? Um, yeah, on 4 hour time frame, same thing. We are bearish. We are still bearish on this pair until when market proves us otherwise. As far as market has not proven us otherwise, we are still bearish on this pair. So I have a particular zone here that I'm looking up to for price to start selling from. Yeah, it was this zone, but price has not gotten to this zone yet, and we have to wait. This is the zone I have here for price to come into. So this one is for, let's just continue to hope the price is going to come to this zone. Yeah, I have my sweep. This is my liquidity here. This is my liquidity. So anything below this liquidity here is my POI. So that does not mean I want to take set a limit for this. I want price to come into this zone. And when price comes into this zone, still create the same pattern that I trade for me. Give me a value sweep of liquidity. Give me a break. Give me liquidity, second break, and price coming back here. Then we head for continuation. So you guys should look up to this as well. So what next do we have? We have V90X. So what do we have on V90X? Already V90X is overall bearish. It is overall bearish. But right now, I can see something here. This is a very key level for continuation. But instead of price to continue to sell, price has invalidated it, which tells us that for now we can look for more, a little more buy opportunities on V90S. For now, we can look for a little more buy opportunities till around this zone. Let me check. Yeah, to around this zone. Let's say this key level here, this breaker block, to around this zone here. So from this zone, if price gets to this zone, then we can continue to look for more sales opportunity. But for now, just look out for more buys opportunities. And if you're someone like me that doesn't really love trading against the trend of the market, just let it be until it gets here and creates a continuation for you. So let's head to the next one, which is the next one. We have V101X. On V101X, I've been bearish on this pair. I've been bearish on this pair. If you have been following me so far, you will all know that I've been bearish on this pair. The market is respecting a daily or the is it fair value gap or a weekly key level here? It is respecting somewhere here. If you check my initial video, you'll see it. The market is respecting, I think, a fair value gap or an order block around this zone. So, and I've said it that we are bearish on V100S because externally on weekly time frame and so we are overall bearish on this pair. So for now, I'm bearish on this pair. So I don't want to buy on this pair, only sell, 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 sells. And what is the confluence that now give me a confirmation of that sell now? This is the most recent break of structure on higher time frame that happens, and what happens thereafter. This one now gives me a very clear confirmation that yes, I want to sell. Price has taken out this low now. Eventually, I've been waiting for this for over a week now. So price has eventually taken out this low, which give us that okay, I want to change my trend of direction, more of like a change of character. You understand? So from here now, let's continue to look up for sell continuation, sell continuation, sell continuations. That is what I want to look out for on V100X. So right now, I don't think I really have a sell continuation here because this pair is very, very volatile. Sometimes I do run away from this pair. Sometimes I do run away from it because no, this pair will do you dirty. A little move like this, your account is down. Account is down. So I'm having a POI here. I'm having a POI here. I'm having a POI. That's what I'm looking at now. Price is reacting to a key level. This is a very good POI actually. These are type of trades that I love taking. These are type of trades I love taking. But I'm not sure of this liquidity. Let me confirm this liquidity. If it is not up to, I would take the overall, what's it called? Nah, the liquidity is not up to 0.5. So I'll be using this point here as my sweep. But instead of using that liquidity, I'll be using the liquidity below. We have a first break of structure here, and we have a second break of structure here. So let me check this one as well. Okay, this one as well is not up to. So I will let this be. I will let this be. Maybe if price come into this zone, sure, I'll wait for a confirmation. If I do not see a confirmation, I will let it be. You understand? So it is better because our liquidity, our structural liquidity there is not up to the 0.5 that will be open for. So what next? We want to look at the next pair, which is V100. So the next pair here is V100. So what do we have on V100? On V100, we all know that we are bearish and price is currently reacting to our top-down analysis here. This is the top-down analysis that we have here. We all know that this is where price is reacting to overall. So we are already bearish on this pair. We are bearish on this particular pair. So what do you want to look out for? You want to continue looking out for a sell opportunities. No more buys, only sells. So that is what we want to continue to look out for on this pair. So do we have any continuation on this pair? Let me check. Let me check if we have a valid continuation on 2 hours time frame. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I can see something. Price is reacting to a key level here. There's a key level that price is reacting to here. Because I love key level a lot. I use key level with respect to um my SBI patterns. So whenever I see a key level and I was able to spot out my trade from that point, it's always I really love it a lot. I really love it a lot. This is what I see here. This is our protected high. Let me use this. Yes, this is my protected high. I have this protected high here. I have this point here now as my liquidity. So everything here now becomes my POI. I have this POI here, so you guys should look up to this POI as well. This is a very valid POI. This is a very valid POI. This is a very valid POI. So looking out for more sales to the downside, more sales to the downside. So this is a very valid POI here for us. We have a sweep of liquidity. You have a break of structure, price coming back here to give us this liquidity net in break of structure to the downside. So price should come back here to continue selling. That's what we are anticipating now. So we don't have much time left. We don't have much time left. Let's look. Maybe we can see anything to do on jump. Let's see before our time is up. On jump 40, jump 10. Sorry, jump is selling from somewhere here. I have this marked out. Jump is selling from somewhere here on higher time frame, but as we can see from here, we can see that price is what overall bullish, right? But on the weekly time frame, jump is selling from somewhere here. So my bias has changed immediately. Price came into this POI and does not invalidate the protected low for that point. So from that zone, I've been looking for sales only. That's what I've been trying on this pair, sales only until further notice. So I've been looking for sales only. If I do not see any continuation, I will let it be. We can all see it is very clear to us that market has been creating break of structure to the downside, break of structure to the downside. So let me see if I can see anything around this zone here. 0.78. No, there's no POI here for me. So unless no, this one said there's no valid POI there. It is not really that clear. So I will not be taking this. I will not be taking this now. So I don't have a clear POI on this particular pair. So let me look for another J25. Let's check this. We don't have much time left. So J25, what do we have on J25? Okay. J25 is overall bearish. We all know that it is overall bearish. It is selling from a particular zone here. It's overall bearish. So we are bearish on J25. We are bearish for now on J25, as we all know. So market has been selling. Do we have a point for continuation? No. I don't have a point for continuation here. I don't have any continuation trade here. So let's head to the next one. What do we have next? We have G50. you see this particular pair as being overall bearish, like very, very bearish. So I'll be looking up to for price to come into this other block, and from there I'll look for continuation. I'll look for continuation from there. Let me see my 1 hour if there's any zone, any setup around that zone. That's what I'll be looking up to. This zone here is what I'll be looking up to. I have this protected eye, I have this sweep, but is there a very liquidity? You guys should look up to this. This is a very good one, but it's a low probability. It's a very low probability setup. It's a very low probability setup. A very low probability setup. So look into this on J50, because if you go to your lower time frame, the liquidity will be very clear for you to see. Liquidity will be very clear for you to see. Can we all see that? You can see the liquidity, right? And this is the sweep of the liquidity. Even this one self price swept it out. So this is the sweep I'm choosing out for, and this is the break of structure. Price created this liquidity. So you guys can look up to that on J50. So the next one we have here is G75. So what did I have on J75? J75 is bearish, but right now, this is what I have on J75. J75 has tapped into a buy POI. It has tapped into a buy POI, and currently J25 75 is bullish. You can all see where price came into. So from now on, what I just want to do is buy, 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 buy till further notice. I'm not selling anything on this pair until further notice. So there's no point for continuation. So let's head to the last one on J, which is J100. So what do we have on J100? All right. Already we know that J100 is overall bearish, right? If you agree with me, we all know that J100 is overall bearish. And I took a particular trade from this zone here, and I left around this point where price is ranging because I saw something convincing there. So immediately I left. So right now, I have a continuation as well, which did like 1:3 around this zone before it's cleared out. So for now, I don't have a continuation. Let me see if between this zone, if there's a continuation between that zone. Let me see. I can see something here. Though I'm not going to be trusting it 100% though, but I can see something here. So you can all just look up to this, because the fact that it is overall bearish, price will tend to respect stuffs like this very, very often. The fact that it is overall bearish. So it is the closest POI for now. So you can look up to it, and you can see that price has already broken this low here, which gives us that, okay, price still wants to continue selling. So you just have to, this is a low probability setup actually, because I cannot see a valid order block or a valid supply zone around that zone. So this is a very low probability setup. This is just a one ratio. So you can just wait on for a very solid confirmation if you want to enter this trade at all. Okay. So I think that is all. So that is all. This is where we're going to be stopping. So I wish you all a profitable week ahead. Sorry. I wish you all a profitable week ahead, and I hope that we are all going to gain a lot more educative videos later on. And also, if you're not in my group, do well to join my group so we can learn together, we can make more monies together. We have a lot of months up ahead of us to make a lot of money together. So let's make money together, let's learn together, let's wine together. And also do well to subscribe to this channel, do well to like, do well to on your notification, because there are still more educative videos coming. There are more educative videos coming. Just give me a little more time. I'm going to start giving you those videos back to back. Trust me. Just subscribe, like, share this link to your friends and family. Share it to people who you know that you want them to have more insight and more knowledge about the market. This is where we'll be stopping today. Have a nice day, guys. I wish you all the best. Thanks.